What is going on, guys? This is TheWalkthroughKing, and just a little bit ago there was a new update that dropped for Black Ops 3, and this update was a really big update. Now, it had the most impact on PlayStation 4, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. For all platforms, though, there is a new operation called Operation Heatwave, and basically this is just a new community event where a bunch of new loot is brought into the game, as well as different themed game modes. And based on the title of this video and the gameplay you are seeing right now, one of the new weapons that dropped in this update is the M14. This weapon was extremely fun to use. And then also the Dragoon, which is a bolt action sniper rifle, dropped in this update. There will be gameplay of this as well in just a little bit. Now, we also got a calling card that is themed towards this event that I'll show up on the screen right now. And this is given to everybody for free that just signs in during this event, I'm assuming. Then for the two new game modes that we are going to see, it is a snipers only playlist, which is team deathmatch only allowing snipers. And then they are bringing back the classic sticks and stones game mode, which is basically free for all, where you get the NX Shadowclaw and the ballistic knife to use. And then combat axe kills resets the enemy scores to 0. Anyways, real quick here, I'm going to play 30 seconds to a minute of raw gameplay so you can hear the gun sounds of the M14, as well as how it sounds when you reload and all of that.
Nomad down. Dead.
Hailstorm awaiting orders.
Nomad KIA. Neutralized.
Talon on standby.
Scratch one, Nomad. Good slaughter.
So that's basically how the M14 sounds. So far, I only got to try it in bot matches, but I do want to see how it plays out in public games. Now, the one thing I do not like about this is they made it so that it is a limited time thing for this Operation Heatwave event. And, well, what that means is you have to get it out of rare supply drops, and that is the only way you can get it. And it seems that it is only going to be available for the next 30 days. So if you do not get it out of a rare supply drop in the next 30 days, then you will probably not be able to get this gun ever again, unless they do another special event and either give it away or just put it back in the supply drops. I have heard people say that if you use a weapon bribe, you also will not get this weapon. You can get the bolt action sniper rifle, as that is not a limited time event weapon. However, you cannot get the M14 using a bribe, so if you have any of those, do not use your bribes to try and get the M14. You can use them to try and get the new bolt action sniper rifle, but not the M14. And while, like I was saying, I really do not like how they did that setup like that. I feel like they should have just straight up given the weapon away, or made it so that the drop rate of it is really high, which currently I'm not really sure what the drop rate is. I haven't seen too many people posting about getting this weapon yet. One more thing before I move on to the bolt action sniper rifle is that this M14 was added into a couple of zombie maps in the mystery box in this update as well, which is actually really good news, as if they do add in any more weapons in the future, and they are from a past zombie map, I'm sure they'll add them into the mystery box immediately as well, like they did with this update. And the maps that you can play this on is Ascension, Moon, Shangri-La, Kino der Toten, and Origins. So basically only Zombie Chronicle maps, and not all Zombie Chronicle maps. And while I should be posting gameplay of zombies as well soon, possibly doing an Easter egg using this gun, so stay tuned for that. Now we'll move on to some gameplay of the Dragoon, the new bolt-action sniper rifle. Now right off the bat, I'm just going to let it play out with some raw gameplay for 30 seconds to a minute, just like we did with the M14, so that way you can hear how the gun sounds as well as the reload sounds.
That battery's dead. Get close and personal. Dropped. Artillery destroyed.
So from the few matches I played with the Dragoon, it seems like it is like a Locust, if I had to compare it with any of the other guns that are in Black Ops 3. And personally, I feel like this is a balanced weapon, as the Locust is not super OP, it is not underpowered, it is just right about where it needs to be. So with the new gun performing like the Locust, I feel like this gun is pretty balanced as well. This gun, however, did not make the cut for zombies to my knowledge, so I do not think that you can get this gun out of the mystery box in zombies. Now, along with this huge content update that dropped during the PlayStation press conference, we did see a new trailer that was for BO3 and BO4. And basically, this trailer went over the 4 maps that we knew were going to be remastered and put into BO4. And while there was a interesting twist onto things that we saw with the trailer, and that was, if you guys remember back and saw... Some of you might not have seen it, but there was a DLC 6 string code that was data mined from the Black Ops 3 game files, and people looking into it a bit more saw that it was for a MPHD instead of a ZMHD, which was what Zombie Chronicles had for its remaster pack code name. So this led everybody to believe that it was going to be multiplayer maps that were going to be remastered and put into BO3. And now nobody knew what maps were going to be brought in, but it turns out from the PlayStation conference we found out that the 4 maps that are going to be in BO4 are coming to BO3, and they are available right now with this update that just dropped. So for those of you who did not see what 4 maps were being remastered and being brought back, it is going to be Summit, Jungle, Slums, and Firing Range. Personally, I loved all of those maps, especially the Black Ops 1 maps, so I cannot wait to try out these maps, and I will be posting gameplay on each one of these maps as well, so stay tuned for that. The only catch for getting these maps, however, is that you have to pre-order Black Ops 4. If you do not pre-order Black Ops 4, then you will not be able to play these maps, and your pre-order also has to be through the PlayStation Store. If it is not through the PlayStation Store and is not a digital pre-order, then you will not be able to play these maps. A little bit of more bad news is, for what we know right now, these maps are going to be a PlayStation exclusive, and the way they worded it seems like it is only coming to PlayStation 4. However, personally, I feel like they will at some point, even if they don't after the 30 days, bring it to other platforms. It will come to other platforms at some point, as I really just cannot see them designing content and then only putting it in PlayStation 4. Especially if they have it in the code referenced in other versions of the game. Anyways, besides those 2 things, this content update is a great thing in my opinion. And while seeing how much they have supported Black Ops 3, and then hearing that they are going to support Black Ops 4 for years, and then knowing that they have been able to set up Black Ops 4 to be able to continually support in a better way than they have Black Ops 3 in the years after their main season has passed, that gives me a lot of hope for Black Ops 4, as these Black Ops 3 content updates have been amazing. And while it'll be interesting to see how they support Black Ops 4 post-season and when the next game is out. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this new content update, whether or not you got any of the new guns, and what your thoughts are on the limited time weapon. Also, let me know what you guys think of the new maps that we have gotten, and if you've played them and your thoughts on them. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. For the rest of this video, I'll play out a little bit more gameplay of the sniper, so you can see some more raw gameplay of that. As always, I am the TheWalkthroughKing, and I hope to see you guys at the next one.